We start this hour in South Asia, and the Indian Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Piyush Goyal, says that the US-India trade deal will open up significant opportunities across multiple export-orientated sectors, including MSMEs, engineering, textiles, gems and jewelry, leather goods and marine products. Meanwhile, Russia insists that it has not received any official communication from India regarding halt in oil purchases. This comes after US President Donald Trump made comments on India's energy relationship with Russia. However, Kremlin officials reiterated the importance of Russia's strategic partnership with India and their intention to continue developing bilateral ties. Joining us to discuss this huge development is Peter Cardillo. He is a chief economist from Spartan Capitals. He joins us live from New York. Thank you very much, Peter, for talking to us on this issue. In Trump fashion, of course, this was announced last night in a Truth Social post claiming that United States' tariffs on Indian goods have been slashed down from 15 to 18%. But of course, that huge development that India has agreed to stop buying Russian oil, and he also included a claim that India would buy $500 billion worth of US goods. Who takes the better side of this deal, Peter?
Well, let's say that it's certainly a relief to India, and the real question here is, what did Modi have to give up to obtain this? And obviously, cheap Russian oil. He recently announced a deal with Venezuela, and obviously, the U.S. now controls the Venezuelan oil sector. And so he's going to be paying for higher oil. But it also opens up a multitude of various trade aspects that should be beneficial to India. And so I think you might say it's a win-win situation for the United States and for India. And of course, it also showed us that, Trump was eager to make a deal after the EU made a deal with India. But again, the key is oil prices. And so he had to give up some to get something, and vice versa.
How much does Donald Trump value India as a trading partner? Of course, you've mentioned that huge EU India trade deal that was announced at the Republic Day celebrations last week. Do you think that was the catalyst which led to this? And how much of an impact or a win is that halting or claimed halting of Russian oil really going to be here?
Well, let's see now what happens if there's a back way door that Modi might want to choose to, buying cheap oil from Russia and buying more expensive oil from the United States makes a big difference in the Indian budget and in the growth pattern. So I don't think for the moment that there'll be many changes, but I'm sure somewhere along the line, maybe through other channels, possibly the EU, that the Prime Minister of India would like to get cheaper oil. And the question is, when? And of course, if that were to happen, then that means that this deal could unravel. But I think that for the intermediate future, that's not going to happen.
Peter Cardillo, thank you very much for joining us here on